that's bright, come take a seat on the beam. We gather where laughter meets. Every Tuesday's a trip, come share your flair. In this warm embrace, there's love everywhere. Talk it out, all vibes alright. Nobody's wrong in our light tonight. So join us in this cozy space. We're talking it out, with love we embrace. No topics too bold, no dreams out of reach. Together we rise, that's the joy that we teach. From stories of pride to journeys of heart, we celebrate life, each unique part. A safe haven here, where spirits soar free. Together we rise, that's the joy that we teach. Let the colors shine bright in the warmth of the night. So join us in this cozy space. We're talking it out, with love we embrace. No topics too bold, no dreams out of reach. Together we rise, that's the joy that we teach. Let the colors shine bright in the warmth of the night. So join us in this cozy space. We're talking it out, with love we embrace. No topics too bold, no dreams out of reach. Together we rise, that's the joy that we teach. With each word we share, we bring the light. Join the talk show, let your heart take flight.
Hey guys, it's SayCo Alford from the SayCo Show. I hope you're doing great. I've been coughing all day. We've been cleaning out a storage room at our church location, and it was a little moist in there. So I think there might have been a little bit of mold. And so I've been coughing and sneezing all day. So I apologize for my voice. I wanted to bring something to the attention of some of my listeners. And I really try not to bring such harsh political and religious views. However, I thought that this was so well stated and well put that I wanted to make sure that it was forwarded on to everyone that listens to my podcast. This is posted by Olivia Hill. She's the first trans-elected Metro Council member here in Nashville, Tennessee. Again, her name is Olivia Hill. For those of you that are out of the country or in a different state, Olivia Hill, Hill. And she put a very, very smart, heartfelt, informative post over on her substack. But the little write-up that she put with the link really moved me. And I think it's so important that we discuss topics that are challenging to a lot of Tennesseans and a lot of Americans around the country. And I know all trans people, all non-binary, everybody, humans, people, are dealing with their own hateful laws and ridicule where they live around the world. Olivia Hill posted this about an hour ago. Please go to her Facebook page, all her social, follow and like, but definitely go and read what she's posted over on Substack. We have met her several times. She's an absolute smart, encourageable person. We love her so much. She even said at the first time meeting that she'd be on my show someday when she found the time. And I look forward to that. This is posted by Olivia Hill an hour ago here in Nashville. Quote, Governor Bill Lee recently signed HB 0754/SB 0676 into law here in our state of Tennessee. And I am thinking about the human beings behind the headlines. Not politics, not talking points, but human beings. Trans people, non-binary people, gender fluid people, gender non-conforming people, intersex people, people quietly trying to survive and exist in a world that keeps debating whether they deserve dignity. She goes on to say, "My heart hurts today for every person who falls somewhere under that umbrella and feels exhausted or scared, unseen, or invalidated." So she says she sat down and wrote something deeply personal for her substack. Not from anger, not anything, but from love. From science, from humanity, from lived experience. From a place of wanting every single person reading this to know you are valid, you are real, you matter, and you're not alone. She goes on to talk about the biology many people just never really learned, and the existence of intersect variations, and the complexity of chromosomes and human development. But more importantly, she talks about compassion, humanity, and why reducing human beings into simple political slogans causes real harm. She goes on to say, if you know someone who's struggling right now, especially a young trans person in Tennessee or around our country, please share this with them. She wants every person hurting under the weight of these conversations to know that they still have people fighting for them and loving them loudly. So if you would, please go over to oliviahill247.substack.com, and it's titled, "I Put My Pants On One Leg at a Time." It's just a beautiful, beautiful post. I want everyone to know that I am so proud, even though it's hard sometimes, especially where I live in the red deep South, that I am beginning, just now at 51, to really understand who I am, what I am, and what I deserve. And I think at a certain age, whether it's in your 20s or 50s like me, you begin to realize that you are human, you are valid, and you are worthy. And I think that's the most beautiful thing a person can come up with for themselves in their own heart, their own views. You know, this planet's really big. There's a lot of people that have different laws, different ideas, extreme ideas in some cases. But I'm starting to get that I deserve love, I deserve respect, and I want everyone listening to this to someday genuinely realize that for themselves. I hate to become too political and religious, but in times like this, I believe that all tools can help fight the valid fight of pushing back on these extremists, these extreme hateful people that are using God and the Bible to weaponize against all of us under this rainbow umbrella. So what I guess I'm trying to also say is that I love each of you. I respect your opinion and your views, and we stand with you. I stand with you. I think it's so important to understand where you are in life, what lane you're on, and where you are on the highway of this journey. But I think it's also quite important that we push, and we keep fighting for human rights. We're all on this planet together. Whatever your beliefs are, I don't care who you pray to, who you have sex with in your private personal time in your own bedroom. I don't care. I want you to know that I'm here for you always. You know, I know there's a lot of people right now that are really down about this. this new law here in Tennessee, and they have pushed so many other things that it just makes your jaw hit the floor. And you're wondering why they're so preoccupied with us as a community. Somehow, some way, they have made it their agenda for quite some time to burden us. And we must fight. We must fight for not only the equality, but for the representation of those that can for us. Those that can fight for us. There are so many special people in my lives that call themselves transhumans, trans woman, trans men, and I stand by them. My brother, one of my best, closest, chosen family member friends is a trans man. And I know them only by their human, lovely heart. And yes, it's important to dissect and to share your orientation, whatever that may be. I respect that. You should be proud of your title. But I also can't understand why so many people treat trans people with such disregard and disrespect. I don't know about you, but my God teaches about love your neighbor. Do not judge. Love all, help all. What am I always saying on this show? Do good, be good. I think that takes me to a safe place. So I'm not saying, I'm praying for y'all, because that's what I'm used to saying after 3 times of 20-something years of living in this state. You know, I've lived here off and on all my life. And, you know, you fall into a certain type of living here. You know, I'm a Yankee, Greek, Spanish, Italian, all these ethnicities from the East Coast. And I just got up and opened a brand new jar of fig preserves. I got out some really yummy butter and the buttermilk, and I made some southern biscuits. 3 ingredients using lard in my special wrought iron pan. Guys, did I grow up this way? No. But you adapt. You respect where you're living, and you adapt. You do your best. And that's what we should do within all communities. Nashville should be a space for all humans with dignity and respect, and also equality rights. Basic human rights. That's all we're asking for. I'm not asking for anything extra. You know, a few years ago, my husband's business, his ministry, we were setting up a church booth at Pride. And it was very early on. And this lady walked up, and you could tell she was so perturbed. And she said, I just don't understand why you guys need a day or a weekend or a parade or a festival. And I said, ma'am, I'm not going to get into it with you. I don't want this to become confrontational. I certainly don't want to raise my voice to a stranger. You can have your opinion, but we're going to be here for the next 2 days. And you can join in and support and love, or you can keep walking. And that's what I've been telling people. What you think of me is none of my business. Many, many, many people have been saying that for a long time. I pick up these cliches, these sayings, these things that I carry in my purse with me. And I learn from certain people, and I'm learning now for myself. It has no bearing what you think of me. I want everyone to think of me well. I want everyone to wish me well. I wish you well. I have enough problems of my own. But that lady was looking for a confrontation. She didn't understand where I was coming from. And that's okay. Just keep walking. Just keep walking. We have to be careful that we're fighting the right way. So we come off credible. So we come off educated. We have to be careful. But guys, people like Olivia Hill who are fighting hard every day for us, do me a favor. Go check out her Substack. Go check out her social media. Her heart is one of the biggest hearts that we have here in Tennessee. She has such a beautiful vision. Her aura and her charisma, it's enchanting. It's like a magnet. Such a beautiful aura. And she's got the drive and the guts and the know-how to do what she can for us in our queer community here in Tennessee. I look forward to the next time that we can all get together and talk more. Right now, we're kind of in limbo. We are moving our podcast studio, over to a different location. And we've been unpacking and setting up. We still have a huge move tomorrow and more unpacking next week. But I'm really excited. I'm excited for the future. And even though they've passed these new laws and these things that will tie our hands, it does not matter, because we have the heart and the drive to press on and continue on. Remember, do good, be good. That's all we can do, guys. And we've got to keep fighting. For some reason, they're so preoccupied. I just don't understand it. A lot of people around here are always saying, mind your business. I would, if someone asked me, what would you like to tell Governor Bill Lee? I would like to tell him, mind your business. I'll talk to you later.